Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's time for another episode of Viewport Relay, a bi-weekly podcast where the Viewport team looks at the latest news in the gaming industry. I'm one of your hosts, Albert Corsten, and I'm joined as always by my co-hosts, Alex Nestor.
Hey.
And Tristan Jung.
Heyo.
Alright guys, we're coming off of E3, a red hot E3, But, that one thing that happens where all the games come out. But due to the fact that, all the news comes out at E3, we're kind of in a dry spout where not much has come out. So our schedule today is a little bit different. We're first going to start off with just a quick recap of some of the games we saw at E3. And then listen to what our listeners/viewers thought about E3. And then we're going to move into some quick news stories. And then finally end with 2 games, so be sure to stick around for that. We'll see who will win, Tristan or Alex, who will get more points. But let's just move quickly right now into the, recap, if that's what you want to call it, of E3. So, if you didn't already check it out, we had a Best of E3 article that came out on our website. And we each kind of chose, we couldn't decide, the 3 of us, right guys? We couldn't actually go and decide an actual best game. We're too weenie for that. So we just kind of listed 3 of the favorite ones that we saw. So we had The Last of Us Part 2, Resident Evil 2 Remake, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate were the 3 games that we chose as our best of E3. But we put out a poll to you guys on our Twitter to see what you guys thought was the best game of E3. And what's that? Well, it's a new segment. Twitter news correspondent Tristan Jung. Is that you? Are you there, Tristan?
Hi, it's me, Twitter correspondent Tristan Jung, reporting in from Twitter.com. We've put in a poll to ask our listeners and viewers to see what was the best game of E3 2018. We had a whopping 105 votes over one day, and Twitter has spoken. They have said The Last of Us Part 2 is the best game of E3 2018. It got 36% of the votes. Smash Bros. Ultimate came in in second with 25%, with Resident Evil 2 Remake trailing very close by with 24%. We also had a bunch of other candidates people pitched in. At T-Gents said Control.
Remedy's game, right? A little crazy. Mm-hmm. Out of nowhere. That one was out of left field.
At Lena Suzaka said Babylon's Fall.
Yeah, I can respect that. It looked pretty cool.
I can't wait to figure out more. This one is one of those, I don't know enough about it to rate it high enough, but I'm definitely interested. And when that Platinum Games logo came out, ooh.
Yep, that's when you know you're going to get something. And hopefully it'll be a good one.
At JDK_52 was a Todd fan, and he said Fallout 76.
Yeah, who can resist the charm of Howard?
This is going to be an interesting game to watch. I feel like it has the potential to bomb if the multiplayer just does not work out. But it also has the potential to be, I don't want to be cheesy saying it, but revolutionary for the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see where this one goes.
Todd made a lot of promises on stage. We'll have to see how close to reality Bethesda can make that happen.
At Unlimit1989 and at Orim48994694 said...
How does that person remember their username is my question.
Said Cyberpunk 2077.
Alright, I'm surprised neither of you guys put this one as your game of choice.
For me, it was pretty close. Either RE2, Devil May Cry 5, or Cyberpunk. I still think that Cyberpunk's going to be fantastic, but I think RE2 just showed a lot better footage.
Agreed. I think we just don't know. Okay, let me preface with, I know a lot of game critics were picking apart a behind closed doors gameplay demo, but us, the audience who didn't go to E3, we didn't get to see any of that. So, the trailer was good. It finally broke the 5-year drought or whatever we had for waiting for this game, but we just, in my opinion, I haven't got to see it with my own eyes. So, I'm hyped for it, but Best 3?
Wasn't there a leaked audio from a demo session?
Was there?
I think news of that was circulating. If you
Oh,
want.
there we go. I can get some of a cyberpunk ASMR up in here later on.
Oh boy.
And finally, at AdaJ007 was the true gamer, and they said all of the above.
There you go.
Hey, that's an equal opportunity gamer right there, alright?
Yep. That's just gaming nirvana when you realize just all games are good.
Oh wait, she said, but mostly Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Well, with Ada as your name, maybe she likes Ada Wong.
Was that your second account, Alex, actually? Trying to boost up your numbers?
It's my alias, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's it for my field report. We will see you guys back at the studio.
Alright, thank you, Tristan. See you back at the studio, man. So we're gonna hop into the news now. We had to bring it up, guys. There has been a distinct lack of Battle Royale for the past month that we have not done this podcast. So we're gonna start with it right now.
Oh, what?
Battle Royale, have you heard? It's the latest thing in gaming.
Oh.
I haven't heard about this game. What is this Fortnite?
No, we're not. No, get out of here. Leave. The door is behind you. So this story has to deal with Sony blocking cross-play between PS4 and Nintendo Switch and Xbox. You can include that in there as well. With Fortnite Online. Rumors have come out that I guess it was one of the former Sony Computer Entertainment people that came out and said that this decision was for purely monetary reasons. And I don't know, do you guys think that Sony's just doing this because they're the big kings right now and they don't want to share that pot of money with anyone else?
I don't know. This has always been kind of an archaic thing that Sony especially has done, where they just prevent any kind of crossplay idea from ever happening. Although it is weird that for a while you could at least play with PC players, and I think mobile players as well, right?
You can still play with your PS4 friends on your PC.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know. It's just weird politics that Sony has always had with their console competitors. And I think something we didn't mention that's important too is if your Epic account is tied to your PlayStation account, you can't actually sync your progress with your Switch or Xbox accounts. So that's another thing that it forbids you from doing.
Yeah, and that is a general PlayStation guidelines.
Right.
So it's not specific for this game. That's just with any other
that's
PlayStation
their policy
game.
For every single game. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rocket League as well. It's kind of lame. I can't play with my friends.
Alright, so if Fortnite doesn't get Sony to revert its crossplay rules, whatever you want to call it, guidelines, let's be honest, it's not going to happen. This game is one of the biggest games to come out in a decade, in my opinion. And if this doesn't cause enough waves to get them to change it, honestly, I don't think anything is. Unless the next generation of consoles comes out and Sony bombs and they need a bigger player base, but I don't know, maybe it'll bite them in the butt. Maybe Nintendo and Microsoft don't want to play ball with them from the previous generation and they'll just keep cooperating together.
I'm not really sure why this would be. I mean, sure, there's going to be a very small portion of players that play for multiple consoles, but I feel like the general mass just want to play with their friends across consoles. Like, they're not looking to buy the PC version just because PS4 has crossplay with PC.
But here's the thing, this game's free to play. I don't know why Sony is being so anal about this. And is it just that this is their guideline and Fortnite doesn't get any special treatment, so even if it's free to play or not free to play, doesn't matter really?
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is just them making a statement, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
A dumb statement, in my opinion. And just to Nintendo and Microsoft are buddying up on this. I don't know if you guys saw last week, the new Better Together update came out for Minecraft. And they released a trailer for it, and they were featuring someone playing on Xbox with an Xbox controller, someone playing on Switch, and they were playing together in the same Nintendo ad. Alright, we'll move on to our next story. So the World Health Organization has classified a new mental health condition of gaming disorder. So I just want to ask, first of all, is this a justified classification? Do you guys think that this is a good idea, a bad idea? Doesn't really matter?
I think the idea of it makes sense. Just with anything in life, if you do too much of it, it might become a disorder. So I'm okay with the idea. I am just concerned about the implementation and definition. From the CNN article, it looks like they were kind of well defined in how they want to classify, like how they want to diagnose folks with this new disorder. But obviously, we don't want people to kind of like weaponize this or anything like that.
And what do you mean by weaponize exactly?
Oh, they're like, oh, you have a gaming disorder. You can't work for position X, or you can't do this thing.
You don't want a stigma associated with it.
I guess, sure.
Okay. And Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely something that I think exists out there. Because, there are stories every so often of someone who plays World of Warcraft or something like that for, 5 days straight without going to the bathroom or eating, and then they just keel over and die eventually. But I think it's the same thing as Tristan. I just hope that it doesn't get overdiagnosed to people, where if they just, play, say, 4 or 5 hours of games a day, they don't automatically get called having a disorder. And then also, I hope there's no real social implications where you're, singled out because you have this supposed disorder.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to bring up, Alex and Tristan, about being too commonly prescribed. I know gaming is a passionate hobby for many people who play 3 to 4 hours a day. I just hope that how they classified it, and from what I can recall from the article, it was the symptoms or the quote-unquote symptoms need to have appeared for more than a year. So it's not just your favorite game came out. So your next favorite game came out, so you're going to spend the next 2 weeks, 8 hours in your room just playing the game. It's no, this needs to be present for at least a year. And I think they classified that normal daily activities will be, one symptom is that you're skipping them due to this addiction. So that that's mainly focused on eating, sleeping, things like that. Intentionally and knowingly skipping out on these activities to instead game. And I think that's a pretty good classification in my opinion. Hey, Tristan Jung, you're back in the studio.
Oh, yeah, hi.
I think, guess what? We have another new story for you, man.
Oh, no, oh boy.
We need you back in the field.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
we need word on the street, man, okay?
All right, let me head out there right now.
All right.
Hello. I'm Viewport's Twitter correspondent, Tristan Jung, out on the field to talk to our viewers about the gaming disorder that has been classified by the World Health Organization. I'm here with Johnny Starr to see what he thinks.
I guess I can understand it. Overindulgence in anything can be classified as a disorder. I'm not sure how making this grand announcement helps anything. Everything should come in moderation. Self-control is important and should be learned young so disorders don't manifest.
Thanks, Johnny Starr. What do you guys think back at the studio?
Yeah, so just in response to that, I think just making it something officially that's classified by just a large organization like the World Health Organization allows those who need help to seek it, rather than just being blown off on if you would go to your doctor and say, I think I have a problem with playing video games. He or she just doesn't go, that doesn't exist. You can't have a addiction to video games. Hopefully your physician is not as blunt and ununderstanding as that, but I think that this would help in some of those cases.
At Phil Nemba says he's a little indifferent about it. He said they might as well say that watching hours of TV or reading books for hours should be a disorder, with a nice rolling eyes emoji.
I can kind of feel that, because my only concern with this is that parents are going to see their kids playing video games for a couple or 3 hours, whatever, and they're just going to decide that their kid has some sort of developmental problem and run to some doctor who will eventually diagnose it as a disorder. So I can see where it's definitely kind of this potential problem in the future where it'll definitely have to hold to those very strict guidelines that the World Health Organization has set out.
Yeah, I agree. And I hate for it to become one of those scapegoats, right?
Right.
Where back in the 80s, it was, oh, TV will rot your brain, things like that, right? You're spending too much time watching TV. You're addicted to TV. So I can definitely see that happening. But at the same time, I feel that, and this is sort of my own thoughts, that gaming is a lot different than a hobby like TV or reading. There's an interactive component. And as we know, getting into the age of gaming that we are, developers, and the game age of free-to-play gaming, developers are trying to keep players hooked onto their games as much as they can. And this is most obviously seen with online games, that they're sort of preying upon players to always want to constantly come back and keep playing their game. It's somewhat close to gambling, in my opinion, in that players just want to keep coming back, and that it's different than TV, which is just sort of a more, passive, I guess, hobby, where you can just kind of sit there and leave whenever you want. While games nowadays, some are designed to keep you coming back in.
It's like a drug.
Next, we have @LadyGamer_21, who thinks it's slightly an overreaction. She says, I'm honestly not sure. Being an introvert, my chosen means of communication are games, internet, and close friends. I'm married and a mother, but I also game a lot, as does my husband. My family says we're awesome parents, so what we do isn't problematic. Gaming is an awesome way to meet new people that are most times similar to yourself.
I can agree with that sentiment as well. Yeah, of course, if you play MMOs, I think more the traditional RPG style, you're definitely more open to talk with other people, create parties, things like that, and actually have fun relationships with people rather than maybe shooter games where you hate your teammates the entire round. But I think she's got a good point.
Yeah, she makes a really solid point.
It's definitely the way that I met a lot of people, because I'm pretty introverted as well. So yeah, it's definitely dangerous territory. But yeah, we'll have to see how they decide to implement the overall scheme of how they go about this.
And lastly, we have @DeadpoolX95, who is looking for some assistance. He says, "Where's my mental health disorder check at Viewport Gaming?" Well, sir, we are not a certified doctor. We cannot help you with this problem.
I'm not allowed to diagnose people. They don't let me, but I imagine if you bring it up with the Bureau, they can help.
Who's the Bureau?
FBI?
The FBI?
Whoever gets to decide who gets his check.
Is it that XCOM game, The Bureau? Can they help you?
I don't know if the Bureau can help anyone, but
that game was bad.
Itself.
That game was bad.
Thank you everyone on Twitter for pitching in and giving their opinions and thoughts. If you would like to participate, please reply to all our tweets, send us questions, and we may choose them to be featured on Viewport Relay.
Let's introduce our next news story. So this one's more of a quick headline. So we had a bunch of news about all these games coming out at E3, but we have a new one that sort of snuck through the cracks via a job posting. So Creative Assembly, a studio famous for their Total War games, as well as Alien Isolation, 2 years ago, I want to say, is working on a new first-person tactical shooter game, as seen, as I said earlier, in a job posting for a senior UI artist. So just a little background on Alien Isolation. It did pretty well as their first non-strategy Total War game. It got an 80 on Game Rankings, or an 81 on Metacritic. And it was the first time, I said, outside of their original strategy genre. So, I don't know. Is it time, you think? Total War series is doing well. It's definitely the backbone of their studio if any of these games is to fail. So, is it time for them, Creative Assembly, as a studio, to make the jump to another non-strategy related title?
Do I dare say it? Are they making a new Alien vs. Predator game?
Oh my god.
How could you?
That would be cool. But
It would be cool.
I'm very interested into the first-person tactical shooter, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking, is maybe it'd be limited to maybe just Marines, but Predator shoots, Aliens tactical, you don't shoot, but you crawl around and you claw people. So, it could work out. I'd love to see an Alien vs. Predator is what I'm saying, Creative Assembly. So.
Alex just wants AVP.
Yeah, I want a good modern AVP game. That game was so fun in multiplayer.
Like Evolve, like a 4v1 sort of situation? Or
Oh god, no.
what are you thinking?
Well, the old Alien vs. Predator titles had a cool multiplayer mode where you kind of just chose a side and then did whatever, so much the same thing. And then for a single player, you just have campaigns that focus on each race.
Alright, do I dare say it?
Mhm.
Is it Battle Royale?
Okay,
Oh,
no.
no,
It
no.
could be.
No.
It could be.
No, it's not gonna be. The words tactical and battle royale do not go in the same sentence.
Hey, just a messenger, okay?
They could revolutionize the genre, right?
They could.
Yeah, I'm just interested. Tristan, you brought up a good point on what sort of game this might be. Is it going to be more of a Rainbow Six Siege sort of tactical first-person shooter game, or is it going to be more like a more arcadey style Counter-Strike? We'll have to see, I think. And would there be one that you guys would prefer?
Oh, I would definitely prefer a more actual tactical Rainbow Six Siege-like game.
Sure, yeah, I'd love to see more of that style of game as well. But I'm not completely against the idea of a faster-paced game, but we kind of have plenty of those in Battlefield, Call of Duty, etc.
What if it's like Total War and it's like a 10,000 player online game?
Oh, man.
So it's PlanetSide 2,
Mhm.
but tactical.
You know what? I'd love another game like PlanetSide 2 that didn't get ruined.
That's because you're just a Vanu cult head.
Hell yeah. Guns OP.
Anyways, let's keep rolling on. I want to get to these games we got at the end here. So our next one is Tetsuya Nomura has conceded that the Final Fantasy remake was announced too early.
Understatement of the year right there. I have no idea why they showed Final Fantasy VII Remake when they did. In the article, he claims that they would have been leaked anyways, but I have a feeling if anything was leaked, no one would believe it. Like, there were so many leaks before this thing even started to materialize at all, to the point where you just wouldn't believe anything that would come out for this game. So, I don't know, it baffles me that they even decided to show something at the point that they did.
Yeah, I feel like they should have just made it like Pikmin 4, right? They announced Pikmin 4 very casually, right? I think to build up all this hype for basically nothing was, not the best idea. And now he's facing the backlash of, I think he's just digging himself a bigger grave, because he also said that Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy VII Remake have the same amount of staffing, which I don't know what that really says. Does that mean Kingdom Hearts 3 is not going to be as good, or does that mean Final Fantasy VII is going to come out sooner?
No, man, he said he's been focusing 100% on both titles at the same time somehow.
He has 200% the work capacity of a normal human being, plus about 4 other projects that Square Enix has put him on that he doesn't even know about that he's working on.
But yeah, it's just kind of weird because even if you've been following the game, you'd know that they at some point showed, like, I think at Taipei Game Show or something, they showed a demo of what supposedly this game would look like, and it was turned out to be outsourced to some other company, and people kind of hated it in general. And then they just came out and later said, I think earlier this year, that tech demo was not even a finalized product, and now they basically scrapped it and are starting completely anew again. So yeah, I have no idea when this game's going to come out, and who knows where they even are in development. So they were hiring a bunch of people at the beginning of the year too.
So what do you guys think about games like Kingdom Hearts 3 and Cyberpunk 2077 being announced way early? And would you guys rather have a game being confirmed that it's under development and have to wait maybe 4 or even 5 years for it to come out? Or just always just asking, when are you releasing the next game? When are you releasing the next game? And then just wait until a year out and then announce it. And do you think maybe even do developers crumble under the pressure of having their fans asking if they were to wait until a year, just having fans wait for potentially be angry at you for 3 to 4 years, even though the game is well under development?
I think the major thing is probably the publisher pushing it more than the developer is in terms of wanting a game to be released. And like, of course, people have been clamoring for ages for a Final Fantasy VII remake to happen. But I think it's a bit different situation for Kingdom Hearts 3, because I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2 left it completely open for a sequel, and people have been waiting forever for that, so at some point you need to at least say that it's being made. And to their credit, they've shown footage that it is indeed getting made, and it's starting to look at least somewhat semblance of finalized, to the point it has a release date now. So I think that was a much better development cycle in terms of what that game went under. But I don't think the same can be said for Final Fantasy VII Remake so far. Because they've said some random things like this game's gonna be episodic in nature, and then they've shown this tech demo, and then they said, nope, the tech demo was actually just not gonna be the final game at all. So where are we even at?
So you think it's like a game-by-game basis?
I do think it has to be
like some games can be announced early, right. And then some should be waiting. What do you think about, here's a question. What do you think about Prime 4? We didn't see that this year at Nintendo's E3, but they announced it last year. You think that was just Nintendo trying to make like a little splash at E3? Get a big headline? Get people excited?
I mean, Nintendo does what they want, but at least they still deliver at the end, right? It might take a long time, but they still release something. Nomura is like literally just going back and forth on what he's saying. He doesn't even know what the game's about. And he made it. Like, he made it such a long time ago, and he's now like, well, what's going on?
That's true. Any last thoughts on this one, guys?
Over under 2021?
Oh, dude. I think this personally is going to be a next-gen game. It's not going to come out for PS4. It's going to be whatever the sequel to the PS4 is going to be, is going to come out for.
Yeah, I'm with Albert. There's no way this game's coming out current gen.
Let's move on to our last story so we can get on to the games. So we have Bethesda filing a lawsuit against Warner Brothers over a blatant ripoff of a Westworld game, copying their Fallout Shelter game. Not too much, like, deep questions I have for you guys, just some more elaboration on the story, I guess, is that the source code, Bethesda claims that the source code of the Westworld game was the exact same as the source code to Fallout Shelter, including some of the bugs in Shelter were the exact same bugs in Westworld. And another thing is that the studio who helped develop Fallout Shelter, Behavior Interactive, also helped develop the Westworld game for Warner Bros. Do you guys just think that I don't know, what could Bethesda even get out of this, other than a lot of money, potentially? Who knows? I don't know copyright law, what they can win from this.
Look, this is the same studio that sued for the game called Scrolls. They will just go after anything they can potentially sue.
But I think this one has more warrant over the Scrolls. This one is literally the same source code.
Yeah, they straight up use the source code. I don't know, maybe Behavior Studios thought they owned the rights to the source code, but obviously that seems to not be the case, or at least that's what Bethesda is alleging. Yeah, if they did that and they used the source code and everything, I think they definitely have a problem. Just being a ripoff of the game, I don't think that has as much standing or really any purpose.
Yeah, the IP argument, like, hey, we invented this first, is a little less.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd see like 90% of video games get sued for being a blatant ripoff of each other.
Exactly. Like, that's like the first-person shooter going to another first-person shooter being like, hey, you copied our first-person shooter mechanics.
I mean, yes. Looking at the game, they do look very similar. I agree with you on, like, I'm not really sure where this lawsuit's gonna go. If anything, I feel like the company that was commissioned is gonna get into a lot of trouble for doing this.
They're gonna be the fall guys no matter what.
I think Alex had a good point in that there was no way they thought that they would, if they knew that they didn't own the source code and they could use it, there's no way that in their minds they think they could get away with this. like they were going to get caught 100%. So they must have thought something with the licensing or the rights that they owned the source code, which wasn't true. All right, guys. That wraps it up for the news. It's time for the games. You guys hype? Give me some hype in here. I'm getting nothing from you guys.
Whoa!
All right, guys. So our first game today is called Name That Game. I will give you the quote from a video game, and you will have to name the game that quote is from. And you get a bonus point if you can name the character who said it. But not all the games will have, or all the quotes will have a person who actually said it. It could be like a tagline or box art or something like that. You will have to buzz in for this. And I'll change up the buzzword, but today's buzz-in word is relay. So if you say relay, I will go to you.
Okay.
If it goes past, I don't know, 10 seconds, there's not a really arbitrary time. If it goes past a certain amount of time and neither of you can figure it out, I will try to give you a hint by saying the quote in the character's voice, if I can, of the game.
I really hope Overlord's in there.
Overlord is not in there, I'm sorry. That's a reference to our StarCraft retrospective collective. Check it out if you haven't. But otherwise, no one gets a point if you can't even get it after the hint. You will get 1 point for naming the game, and if you can name the character, if there is a character, you will get 1 point for the character who said it.
Okay.
And I will have to try my best not to enunciate some of these quotes like in the games it's from. It'll be very difficult. But are you guys ready? What is the buzz-in word for a test?
Relay.
All right. And I will be looking to see whose name lights up first. Okay, so
Wow.
That's the best way I think I can do it.
High tech stuff going on right now.
I'll just create constant background noise, so it's always like...
Oh god, no.
All right, let's go. Let's begin. First quote. Get over here.
Relay.
Alex.
Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
2 points for Alex. Let me write those down. All right, next, here we go. A man chooses, a slave obeys.
Relay.
Oh.
Bioshock.
Do you have a character?
No, I forget.
Okay, you miss out on the bonus point, but the character was Andrew Ryan.
Ah, that's right.
All right, here we go. The next one. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world.
Relay. G-Man from Half-Life.
2 points for Tristan. He knows. I try to choose games that I thought you guys could play, so these aren't all super difficult.
Recognized it, but I couldn't remember it was Half-Life 2. Yeah.
All right, next one. I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
What?
I'll say it one more time. I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
Relay.
Tristan.
Alex Nestor from Viewport.
Yo.
I wish I could say correct, but no, it is incorrect. It is the youngster from Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow.
You'd have to choose the youngster that talks about his top percentage of Rattata for me to get it.
That's even more...
I think that's from Gold and Silver, though.
All right. The next one. Never give up. Trust your instincts.
Relay. Peppy from Star Fox 64.
That is correct.
Oh, man, I'm getting blown out.
Oh, you're getting blown out of the water. So this one I have 2 quotes, because I'm not sure if you guys will know the first one. So I'll do the first, and then the second will be a gimme. But I'll do the first one in the voice if you don't get it. Corporations have more power than the government.
Relay? Deus Ex?
All right. Do you have a character?
It's... Oh, God. Helios?
And it is Adam Jensen.
Oh, boy.
So I don't know the voice for this character, so I can't do a hint for it. So this will just be the quote. No matter how dark the night, the morning always comes.
Are you sure that's not from a movie?
Yeah, isn't that The Dark Knight?
You want me to say it again?
Yes.
No matter how dark the night, the morning always comes. So, I can't do the voice for this one, because I actually never played this game. And I thought you guys might have. But it is Lulu from Final Fantasy X.
Oh, okay.
Is that just out of nowhere?
I never played FF10.
Okay.
I've played FF10 like 3
All right.
times.
I tried my best. All right, here we go. Next one. I am Error.
Oh, Relay. That's Adventures of Link, Zelda 2 or whatever. And then it's, I don't even know if he has a name either.
There's no character. I'm not giving a point for the character. I call him, like, Error Guy.
Error guy.
He doesn't have a name.
He's
all right.
just Error.
Here's the next one. The closer you get to the light, the greater your shadow becomes. Alright, looks like we got a zip. So neither of you have played this game, but I thought maybe you might be able to get it. It's from Kingdom Hearts. You know, light and dark. You know,
Okay.
you know.
Sure.
Alright, this next one, be fast on the buzzers, guys. This is an easy one. War. War never changes.
Relay. Fallout 3, random commander guy from...
Yeah, I'm not giving a character, but yes. Tristan, man, he was fast on that one. He didn't even... You can buzz in before I finish the quote, by the way. I guess I should have said that earlier. This is like Jeopardy style, right? If you can read the clue faster than I can read it, go ahead and buzz in. All right, next one. I'm no hero. Never was, never will be.
Relay. It's Metal Gear Solid 4?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Give me the
it's
character.
Solid Old Snake.
Yeah. All right, Tristan. The score is now 5-7. Tristan
Oh,
with
what?
5, Alex with 7. So you're tied up for that one. All right, here's the next one. Don't make a girl a promise you know you can't keep. And I can't do the voice for this one, so I'm sorry. All right, neither of you played this, but I thought maybe it's kind of a famous quote, so you might get it. It's from Halo 4, and it's Cortana.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see it. Sounds like a Halo quote.
All right, next one. Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one.
Relay. Nathan Drake, Uncharted 4?
I will read it one more time in case Alex wants to answer. Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one.
Nope, I'm drawing blank.
All right, so it is from Bastion, the narrator at the start of the game. I don't know. Did either of you play Bastion?
Nope.
I play Bastion. I'm sorry, Supergiant.
Okay. So we're still at 7-2, Tristan. You can still come back.
7-2?
7-5. 7-5. You lost 5 points on that last one. Sorry, did I say wrong answers lose you 5 points?
Okay.
All right. So we've got what? We've got 4 left. Okay. Better be fast on the buzzers on this one. Have I ever told you the definition of insanity? Really? All right.
It's Albert Einstein.
I can do the voice on this one a little bit.
Relay Borderlands?
Do you not want me to do it? I mean, you voted, so the raw answer is first
Okay.
of all.
Okay.
And the voice is like, have I ever told you the definition of insanity? No one. Alex, you got an answer?
No.
All right, it is from Far Cry 3, and it is Voss.
Oh.
And so the second one might be the more famous part of the quote, which is like, it's doing the same thing over and over and over again, hoping that something changes or something like that.
Yep.
All right, so we got no points. We're still at 7-5. All right, here's the next one. This one's pretty famous. What is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort? This is potentially one of the only significantly thought-provoking quotes from this game. I'll read it one more time, and then we'll end. What is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort? All right, we are out of time, and I'm not going to read this one because I can't do the voice very well. It is from the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. It is Parthenax, the dragon on the top of the throat of the world.
You know, I was starting to think Sonic Adventure 2. The Shadow of the Hedgehog.
Wow, that would be a really deep line for a game like that. So, fun fact: the guy who voices Parthenax, the dragon on the top of the Mario on the mountain, is actually Mario.
Yep.
Which is weird. We got 2 left. Still at 7-5. We'll save the meme one for last, so we'll do this one. War is where the young and stupid are tricked by the old and bitter into killing each other. War is where the young and stupid are tricked by the old and bitter into killing each other.
Relay Call of Duty death quote when you die.
Do you want me to try to read it out? It'll be horrible.
Do it.
War is where the young and stupid are tricked by the old and bitter into killing each other.
Relay Metro 2033?
Well, you picked up on the Russian, but no. And Alex, did you have any answer? That's a hint, but I didn't mean to give you a hint. I'm calling it. I'm calling it.
Unless you be like Stalker or something.
Relay Call of Duty 4?
It is no.
God.
It is GTA 4 Nico Bellic.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was so insightful in that game.
Tristan,
all I remember is bowling.
That's not even Nico. That's his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
So here's our last one. It's a meme one, Tristan. You're going to have to get it if you want to tie this up. Be fast on the buzzer. I'll do the voice as well with it just because it's our last one. It's a meme one. All your base are belong to us.
I can't.
I don't remember the game.
All right. We'll get 3 more seconds just in case Tristan has an epiphany, or Alex, to seal the lead. All right. It is from the game Zero Wing, and it is said by cats.
Main screen, turn on. We get signal.
Exactly. All right. So I don't know. We have another game coming after this. Do you want to just include the points from that, or do you want to call this one a final score?
No, carry it over. Carry it over.
Yeah.
It has to be a marathon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And speaking of marathons, our second game in honor of Summer Games Done Quick, which is happening this week, our second game tonight has to do with speedruns. All the games in this list are being run, although some are in different categories, at Summer Games Done Quick 2018. Our first question will have multiple choice answers as a starting point, but from then on, I will just name the game and the run type, and you will have to guess a time, and whoever gets closest to the time gets 1 point. So the first one will have multiple choice, and then you can for the very first question, you can just stop me whenever you think it's that one, if you think it's that one. Okay. And then whoever says it first, gets it right. So our first game is, and so just to super clarify the objective, it's the fastest time in that category for that game. Try to get as close as you can, except for the first one, which has multiple choice. So the first game is Super Mario 64 120 star run. So your options are 1 hour 14 minutes, 2 hour 27 minutes, 1 hour 39 minutes, or 58 minutes.
1 hour 39 minutes.
All right, Alex got it right.
I was going to say that too.
You should. All right, Alex got it right. 1 point for Alex.
Well, last time I saw it, it was at like 155, I think.
There's a Killing Experience video where he tries to beat it, and he invents a way to stop time.
Oh yeah, I remember that video. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a classic of the speedrunning scene.
Yeah.
All right, this next one. I will no longer be giving time, so you have to give your best estimates.
Okay.
Final Fantasy VI, any percent glitchless.
Oh, glitchless. Ooh.
It's 21 hours.
All right.
I believe it's about 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh god, that's so cool.
All right. So Tristan is way above, so Alex gets the point. But the actual time is 5 hours, 9 minutes.
Oh, I'm not even close.
So, I don't know. Tristan, are you just throwing at this point?
Well, I was just trying to imagine how long the game was in my head.
All right, and this one is a special in honor of Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee being announced at E3. It will be Pokemon Yellow, any percent glitchless.
0, 0. Oh, wait, it's glitchless.
Glitchless.
3 hours?
0. 3 hours?
Any percent for yellow is actually 0, 0, 0 because you can beat it doing some manipulation corruption. But
all right, well, it's glitchless.
Yeah, glitchless category. I want to say it's like 1 hour 20.
All right. Alex gets the point. It is an
What?
hour 54.
Oh my god.
Tristan, you got to get every single one of these right to win, except for one. You have a one leeway. All right, here's the next one. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Any percent.
Any percent. Okay.
3 hours, 30 minutes.
All right,
It's
Alex.
6 hours, 10 minutes.
Tristan gets it. It is 3 hours, 51 minutes.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
They got it down a lot. Good.
All right, here's the next one. This one I actually just saw ran a little bit ago. Mega Man 9. Any percent.
40 minutes.
All right.
I'm going with 35.
31 minutes, 43
Oh my
seconds.
God.
Alex sneaks it in.
There we go.
All right, this one's a staple of GDQ runs. Super Metroid. Any percent.
This is where I reveal I'm a noob and never watched Metroid any percent speedruns.
And I'm doing real time, not game time for these ones.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm trying to remember where they usually fall. I want to say about 54 minutes.
Oh, well.
54?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tristan?
I said 50. I don't know.
50? All right, well, that is closer. It is 41 minutes, 23 seconds.
Okay.
Alrighty. This one's a meme one, just for Alex, because we were talking about it a couple days ago. Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, normal difficulty.
Spoiler, I don't know how long the speedrun is actually for that
Exactly.
game.
I mean, that's the point. How long do you think you could speedrun that game? I don't know. Glitches? I don't know.
4 hours?
4 hours? Holy moly, okay.
Wait.
You notice how, like, Final Fantasy VI,
Wait.
like, glitchless was 5 hours.
Oh, wait, this was with glitches?
No,
Yeah.
just Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, normal difficulty.
Oh, so, okay, you can use glitches.
Maybe? I don't know. 4 hours is a lot of time, man, for a speedrun.
1 hour.
All
I'm
right.
going to guess hour 30.
It is 56 minutes.
Okay.
So Tristan gets it.
Wow. That's really short.
Where are the points at now?
It will be Tristan at 8, Alex at 11, and there are 3 left. So Tristan, you can tie this up. All right. This is a one that many of you think, after playing it, hopefully they can beat it as fast as you can, because you guys didn't like this game. It is Borderlands, the pre-sequel, any percent.
Probably like 4 hours and 15 minutes.
All right, Tristan?
Oh, wait. No, whatever. I'll stick
Do you
with
want to change? Okay. You're sticking with it.
2 hours? 30 minutes?
It is 2 hours and 3 minutes. So, Tristan. All right. Next one. Just for you, Tristan.
Kirby Superstar.
Kirby Dream Land for Game Boy on Beat the Game is just beat the game.
The game?
Beat the game. And I will preface with just this time, there's probably no instant beat the game glitches, so there's nothing weird about this.
What was
one.
the game? Kirby Return to Dream?
Kirby's Dream Land.
Kirby's
For
Dream
Game
Land.
Boy.
Oh boy. Like 10 minutes.
Alex?
I'm going with 25.
It is 11 minutes and 6 seconds.
Oh.
Man, it
baby.
is 10 to 11. Our last one is probably one of the most famous speedrun games of all time. We are doing Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, any percent.
17 minutes.
Tristan.
You
You can say seconds as well.
Okay. Am I gonna be like Price is Right?
What are you going to say?
Well, it's either I guess over or under, right?
That is true.
1701.
17 minutes and 1 second.
Yeah.
It is 17 minutes and 7 seconds.
Oh.
So, Tristan taking the jerk move a little bit there, but tying it up. I don't know. Do I get a tiebreaker category? Do we just end on a tie?
bust out a tiebreaker.
All right. Have both of you beaten Skyrim?
How do you beat Skyrim? Like the main quest
The
line?
main story.
Okay. Yep.
Tristan or Alex, have you beaten it?
Yes.
Okay. We will do Skyrim main quest as the tiebreaker.
Hour 19 minutes.
Oh shoot.
Hour 19.
Okay, and we're doing time without loads just because I think that's
Yeah.
a better category.
50.
It is 26 minutes and 3 seconds.
Oh my God.
Tristan Jung, you have won the tiebreaker. You have won this week's episode of Random Viewport Relay Game Award.
Hand me that trophy. Wait, how is it 20 minutes?
I'm trying to think what category I'm thinking of if I'm thinking it's over an hour.
There is All Guilds, which is an hour 43 minutes, and there is Marriage, which is 3 minutes 18 seconds and 240 milliseconds.
Marriage is the best category.
And they all marry Mercutio.
Yeah, he's in the Riften Inn. I remember watching that speedrun.
Alright, so this is totally sustainable. You're going to be able to do this every single episode, right?
Yep. Hey,
Pull
that
up
reminds me.
speedruns.
If you're a viewer and you would like to submit an idea for a game, and if you want to include questions, feel free to either email us. Tristan, do you have an email that they can send that to?
Albert@viewportgaming.com.
Albert@viewportgaming.com. Hey, that's my email. Look at that. Or you can DM us on Twitter with your ideas, or tweet at us on Twitter, and maybe we'll put your idea and put it into a podcast, and we'll give you a shout out for that.
If you also have ideas for punishments,
Oh no.
send those over.
I know Alex's punishment. He's going to tell us both to play Deus Ex.
Yep. you gotta play it, finally.
Do we have to have punishments, or can we have rewards? I'll try to come up with a reward, something at the end of the podcast that the winner gets.
Yeah, for this week, everybody's gotta hop in the battle bus.
No.
Where are we dropping?
No, I'm on PS4, okay? I'm not with you guys.
Oh,
you guys are in
man.
a different bus than me. Alright, everyone, and that wraps it up for episode 6 of Viewport Relay. Viewport Relay is available on Radio Public, iTunes, Google Music, Stitcher, Podbean, and all of your favorite podcast directories. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to subscribe, review, and share it with your friends. We're also on social media as Viewport Gaming on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Tristan, why Viewport Gaming?
Well, Viewport Relay is part of Viewport Gaming, a website that provides a look into video games through reviews, features, and podcasts. You can find all of our content at viewportgaming.com.
Thanks, Tristan. And as always, I've been your host, Albert Corsten, joined by Alex Nestor
I'll win next time.
and Tristan Jung.
See ya!
See you guys next time!